Okay. Now again, most important part of any cookery, seasoning. So a bit of salt and pepper in here as well. If you're a purist, you'd use white pepper, but I think black pepper's just as nice, and a few black bits in the sauce doesn't make much difference. It's much better flavour personally. The reason I say white pepper is if it was just in a white sauce for a simple job, you'd have black flecks in it and it would not be visually appealing. But flavour-wise, it's no difference. I'll turn that down to a medium heat now. Let that simmer for, say, 3 or 4 minutes, just to finish cooking out the flour. And you don't want this really big, thick, gloopy sauce, because when we pour it into our lasagna, we want a bit on the top, but we want something to mingle down and meld in with the rest of the sauce and the dishes and the pasta. If you have it too thick, it just sits on top and doesn't get into the other stuff. It does look a bit thin now, but as it cooks out, it will thicken up. And obviously you will need a dish of some kind to cook your lasagna in. I've got a nice glass one so I can see it bubbling in the oven, but any oven dish will do fine. As you can see, this sauce is starting to thicken already. So as you can see now, this is starting to reduce quite a little bit. We've got some thickness coming from the sauce now. The tomato, the puree, the wine, all the flavours are coming there wonderfully. Okay. And obviously, every now and then you need to check, make sure things taste all right. So get a little spoon. It's lovely. But that way you can check if it's got enough salt, enough pepper. And if you're at home, you can stick your finger in if you like. But I use a spoon. Better. Into the sink. Bechamel's doing lovely. Bechamel's just a French name for white sauce. You know what a French name? I don't think fancy. Always keep it on the move, just every now and then so it doesn't catch on the bottom. If it catches on the bottom, you get that smell of burntness, and it also tastes of burntness, and you ruined it. You've got to start again. Okay, time to construct our lasagna. Because the chicken's already cooked, our sauce is reduced, so we know that's ready to go. Our sauce is ready here, the white sauce. We've seasoned it, so that's ready to go. And then we've got a packet of lasagna sheets. Yeah. Most good supermarkets and delicatessens do these sort of things. Pull out a few sheets. Sometimes they don't always fit the size of your dish, so you can check first, see how they're going to go. And we know that we're going to have to break that one to fit it in. So get ready for that. And if you get a few broken bits, let them falling anyway, it won't make any difference. Now our white sauce is made, it's ready to go. It's just starting to thicken nicely now. And a minute ago it was quite wishy-washy. That's the flour's cooked out and it's worked perfectly. As I said, you don't want it too thick. And take that off the heat, bring it over to here. Put them onto there for the minute. Turn that off down to there and let that simmer. Okay, now the way to construct our lasagna is the way I construct it, is that I put a little bit of the bechamel sauce on the base, just a little bit. Start us off. Just slide that round. Get our first layer of pasta sheets in. Break them up so they fit. Bits and bobs. Then we get our next layer of chicken. That one in there. And this is all from 1.5 chicken breasts and 1 tin of tomatoes. So as you can see, there's quite a substantial meal you can make out of this. And it's using up things that you wouldn't normally keep, or you might put in a sandwich. So another layer of pasta sheets. One there. Another layer of chicken. Okay, get the rest of that chicken in there now. All into the thing. I'm going to scrape everything out, don't waste nothing. All in there. Another layer of pasta. Excuse me. As the dish goes up, it gets wider, so you can almost get a whole one in. That's why I'm just going to do a few nibbly bits. Just break them off and pop them in. And now you've got a perfect fit. And the extra pasta sheets back in the box. There we go. There we are. Our lovely white sauce, which is now cooked fabulously. Final mix to make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom. And we're going to pour the rest of that over the top. Now, some people like to put cheese on top of the lasagna, some don't. I mean, personally, I quite like it, so we've got some grated cheddar here. But any old cheese you've got left in the fridge, a bit of blue cheese, a bit of parmesan, doesn't really matter, as long as it's a nice flavoursome cheese. You want to use a bit of flavour, or you can have it without. It's entirely up to you. It'll come lovely and golden brown in the oven either way. So if you're calorie counting and you don't want extra fat in it, then leave it out. Personally, I like it. So we get the rest of our sauce. We just pour it over the top, evenly across the whole of the pasta. And as you can see, it's running down the sides, mixing itself in with the rest of the dish, rather than having this great big lump of white sauce on top and layers of meat. Over to wash up. A little bit of cheese. Sprinkle it on top. And then just pop it into a preheated oven. 180 again for fan, 200 for non-fan, or gas mark 5/6 for ovens, gas ovens. So as you can see now, this lovely lasagna has come out of the oven. It's gorgeous stuff. And don't forget to go to the website. There are more recipes to download, and happy cooking.